Okay, so question 2 is about triangles. So we're going to need our formula with triangles, which is probably the sine rule, the cosine rule, and the area of the triangle. So let's see what's going to be most useful here. So we've got a nice diagram, and the first question says show that. So we're going to need to show our working that the length is of AC. So this side here is 15.6. Let's have a look at what we've got. We've got two angles on one side, and we can pair up the angles with the sides. So because we can pair up the angles with the sides, it means we're going to be using the sine rule. So A over sine A equals B over sine B, or the other way up. So for part A, we want to find AC. So AC pairs up with the 48, that's the opposite angle. So AC over sine 48 degrees equals 20 over sine 72 degrees. We can rearrange that, so the side AC is 20 over sine 72 times sine 48. Then making sure your calculator is in degrees mode, you can put that in and you can get 15.628. So we've got to make sure that we show more significant figures here because it was a show that question. Okay, so we can show more than was required, and then we're going to round to what it wanted, which was 15.6 to 3 significant figures. Right, so part B now goes on about the midpoint. Okay, so the midpoint of B to C is M. Okay, there's M, so we have 10 centimetres each side. Now, a very common misconception is to draw M directly below point A, but we don't know it's directly below point A, which means we don't know these angles here. You can't say that's a right angle. Right, so we found the midpoint and we want to find the length of A to M. And we give our answer to 3 significant figures. Okay, what do we know? We know this is the midpoint, so B to M is 10 and M to C is 10. We worked out in part A that A to C is 15.6. Okay. So if we look at the right hand triangle here, we know 2 of the sides. We could also work out angle C. So part B, all the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So angle C is 180 minus 48 minus 72. So C is 60 degrees. Now we've got that, we've got 2 sides and the angle in between them. So this is the cosine rule. Think of that C-type shape. So we can use the cosine rule on this. Okay, I just need, there we go, a bit more space. So part B, we've worked out the angle C is 60 degrees. The cosine rule says that A to M squared is one of the sides squared, so think B squared, plus C squared minus 2 times B times C, using the same letters that are in your formula book, times cos 60. So if you forget the cosine rule, it is on page 4, at the top of page 4 in your formula book. Right, so then we can start working out some numbers. If you can actually type that all in your calculator exactly as it is, and it will work out. There's 187.95 and some more numbers. Now you mustn't forget that's AM squared. So to get AM, we need to make sure that we square root that. Then we get 13.7 centimetres to 3 significant figures. Now with triangles, there are other methods, there are going to be other ways to get there. That's just one way.